Hi and welcome to LumiStitch. My name is Jessica and this channel is mostly about cross stitch. In today's episode, I'm going to show you 7 projects that I worked on. 3 of them are fully finishes, 3 of them are work in progress cross stitch, and 1 of them is work in progress crochet, which is going to be at the very end. I'm also gonna show you my what's new in my Etsy shop and some nature at the very end. So without further ado, let's get started. This is my first finish. This finish is called Strawberries and Chicken, designed by me and available in my Etsy shop and on my Ko-Fi. QR code right here and the links down below in description box. I stitched this one on 18 count Aida, hand dyed by me with some tea, and I did finish it with glass beads, 3.5 millimeters wide. I did put little bead charm up here, and I know Marcy of Omnicon Studio is also finished stitching this, but hers is a little different in colors because she did use all the called for, but in this one, when I was stitching, the colors were very rich and it was like a slight shadow here on the strawberries right here, and that I decided to swap that DMC. It was 777 DMC for the DMC number 815. So I did updated the charts, and if you want to stitch it where if you like the shadow more dark, just use 8115 DMC instead of 777 DMC. And the chicks do have feet, but because I used the fabric a little bit darker, they are kind of ghosty on here, as you can see. Or you can use the black color, not the black, I think this one that I have on there, it's either black or 37.99, like a very dark brown that looks like black. You can do the back stitch with that, and this would be a perfect stitch for Strawberry Moon Sal in June, so just in a few days, next week. And this is how the back looks like. I just stuffed it with some polyfill. So this chart is 86 by 86 stitches, high and wide. It does have 10 DMC colors. This chart is available in PDF, Markup RXP, and Cross Stitch Saga app. Just look at that. So I wish I would have actually done it on 20 count, so it would be smaller. The size on 18 count is 4.78 by 4.78, but since I do add half an inch on each side, so it comes out about 5 inches high for the pillow. All right, let's move on to my new release. This is my new release. It's called Cherries, and I stitched this on 20 count Aida. The name of the Aida is Earthen. This is very fine Aida from 1 to 3 stitch, and it has like a dusty pink color. The Earthen Aida does not look that pink on 1 to 3 stitch, but it actually is has that pink, dusty pink color. So I did finish this with a chiffon ribbon, and I sewed on with like invisible thread, the one that's from Coats and Clark. It just looks like a fishing line. So this is just some cotton fabric with cherries, and I stitch 1/1 with one thread. Now the chickens were stitched with two strands, and it was kind of pushing it. I wish I would have done with one because it does look beautiful, but stitching with I don't like stitching with two strands on 18 counts, especially when it's hand dyed. This chart is available in PDF, Markup RXP, Pattern Keeper, and Cross Stitch Saga app. It has 5 DMC colors available exclusively in my Etsy shop. So the size of it on 20 count comes out 2.70 inches by 2.70 inches, but I did add half an inch on each side, so it comes out to a little over bigger than the 3-inch square on each side. And the chart size is 62 stitches by 59 stitches. So it's almost a perfect square. I quickly want to show you this one. This is the FFO from the previous Flosstube. And this chart is also called Strawberry Fields, and it's also available in my Ko-fi and my Etsy shop. This would be also great stitch for strawberry moon style. I believe it has 4 or 5 colors, and it's very quick stitch. And I stitched this one on 14 count upper lesson 8. All right, let's move on to final FFO. So this is my chart that I also designed. It's available for a limited time for free on my Ko-fi. So this is stitched on 32 count Lugana, vintage country mocha. This is called Easter bunny. And I layered the ribbon. This was 1/8 of an inch ribbon, like a pearlescent purple or lilacs. So the way I did that, I would make a fold and make a stitch with invisible thread and just keep on going like that, because if you ruche it, it just, like if you do the ruching method, it just sticks out too much, and this ribbon was too narrow for that. I also added cute little carrot up here. This chart does use back stitch, but it was necessary because the chart is so small. Let me give you dimensions of that chart. This chart is 50 stitches wide by 50 stitches high, and it uses 11 DMC colors. But this back stitch is necessary because the chart is so small, it wouldn't have those intricate details. And you know, she really needed her whiskers and the carrots. They're only 2 stitches high, and they definitely need a back stitch. And you know, you don't have to follow the exact back stitch on the carrots because it can be pretty much random. Carrots have different size foliage, so you can just play around with it. Go ahead and follow me on Ko-fi so you don't miss any freebies or any new uploads when I have them. Also, the Etsy shop will have charts that are not available to Ko-fi. You can also follow me on my Etsy shop. All right, this is all my FFOs. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's new in my Etsy shop. I did restock my Etsy shop with some project bags. Some of them already sold out, but I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags that I want to show you. So the first one is this strawberry bag. Basically, it has this cute little zipper pull. I did make a pin for it with a little bee. So this is all handmade by me. This is acrylic needle minder, and it says positive vibes as in cat paw. Positive vibes. I thought it was so cute. Has this little cute backing in the back. This is the first bag. This is the second bag that I have for sale in my Etsy shop. This bag also has a number 5 wide YKK zipper. It has like a floss body for the ring and a cute little needle minder. This is like a 3D charm that I made into a needle minder. And they're all like the same fabric in the back and front, and this is like a vintage china with pink roses. It's so feminine and perfect for spring. This is like the purple bag. It also comes with let me show you the bag. It's a set. So this is a charm. It has this cute fun beads on it, has a beautiful purple recrack, and all of my bags have a thicker top right here, and this is very thick, so it gives a bag a structure and attention to detail. It has my logo in the back. It comes with a scissor fob. This is for those of you who like purple. So I handmade this charm. Has little cute kitty and flowers up here with the little charms. This one can be used as a scissor fob, like you can add it to scissors like this. The stop right here opens up and it's wide enough to grasp on this. It's wide enough to go around this metal part. You can use it on your bag as well if it has a wide zipper. It also comes with a matching needle minder. Very cute kitty right here. Focuses. Beautiful sparkling back. This next bag is an ocean themed bag. It also is a set that comes with a floss body and a needle minder. Let's take a look at the charms. So it has two charms here. It has a seahorse and a 3D shell. So all this fabric is in the back and the front. It has a fun stripe of this stripy fabric, and again, attention to detail, and it has beautiful blue sparkly recrack. This right here is a 2-inch ring for your floss, and it has the glass cabahon, and you can just open it up and put your floss and close it up. So this is what it looks like, and it has this fun little needle minder. It says only cried a little, and it has this cute backing that's themed to fit the bag with sparkly blue iridescent colors in it. The last bag, this is such a fun fabric. This fabric was from Joann's and it's just candy, and it has all these different sparkles. I did include like a donut charm and some sparkly beads with a little heart on the top. And it does have a matching fabric in the back. You can see how it glistens. And also it does come as a set. It has this little cute dragonfly. This is actually a wooden button inside. This is about 1 inch wide and the ring is 2 inches. It also comes with a cute little cat needle minder, and he's like inside the cup, and the matching back. It's like iridescent, sparkly. I'm trying to get it to focus. Pink backing. All right, let's move on to my WIPs, work in progress. The next WIP is from Fox and Rabbit, Cloiser Garden, 2025 Stitch Along. And this is what it will look like when it's finished. And this right here, where I was before I start stitching on it. And now, this is where I am. This is getting pretty big. This SAL or sampler is 300 by 300 stitches. I'm stitching this on antique Lugana that I overdyed with tea and coffee, and I'm just picking my own DMC colors as I'm going along. So I mostly added more stitches in this area, and this corner is done. So, because in the middle is going to be like a vase. And I have added on this WIP 716 stitches. I worked on this for 2 days. Let's just take a closer look. It's very beautiful, but I wanted to actually put a lot more stitches on it, but I've been busy trying to finish my new releases and my past charts to stitch them and make a model. So Fox and Rabbit was on 28 count, and this is the bag that I'm keeping all the floss in. This one, I think I made it last year when I was in Missouri, and it just has all the greens and like reds, mostly like dark pink saturated colors. And this is what my palette is gonna be for that. Okay, let's move on to the next work in progress. This is my next WIP. This is a Mill Hill buttons and beads kit, and this is called Potting Shed. I started this in July of 2024, and I got sold on it because I starting a whole bunch of new starts, and basically it has bidding, and I was kind of afraid to bid because this was my first Mill Hill kit, so I procrastinated, and I finally picked this up, and this is where I was before. There was no bidding or anything, and this is where I'm at now. So I'm stitching this on 28 count Belfast linen, and this is ice blue color from 1 to 3 stitch, and I worked in this bottom area and right here and in the apple tree. I assume it's apple tree. It has this beautiful I think the color is garnet beads. I did the back stitch on the rooster and the wind, I don't know if it's a windmill or that wind spinning things. I backstitched the birds, and pretty much I only have this area to work on. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it also has some petite beads, guys, and the petite beads wanted me to put a DMC floss through it. There is no way it fits in there. I don't know how you all doing it, but what I did, there was some petite beads right here, small ones. So what I did, where those petite beads were going, I put stitches in it in that DMC color, Then I took that invisible floss, which is like a fishing line. Essentially, it's a fishing line. It's not. It's called a thread. And I just stitched them. And that's my solution. And when you have empty spaces like that, sometimes it's hard. You really have to be concentrated to not miss a little spot because the beads kind of cover some of the fabric. That's why they tell you to first do all the stitches, then do the beading. But as you can see, there is some light colors right here, and my fabric is light. So I didn't want to get confused because there is no gridding here. I'm not gonna grid this fabric. I decided to move to a different room because I live in apartments and the neighbor decided to turn on some loud music. This building is like old from 1920s. Literally was built in 1920s. There's no insulation left in the walls, so I had to move. So, like I was saying, this is almost completed and I'm looking forward to completing it. I forgot what I was talking about, you guys, by the time I moved. I'm gonna show you some Mill Hill beads. I keep them in this little cute tin, and I already used some in here. There are some petite beads, and there is the regular beads. I'm gonna show it side by side. Regular beads and petite beads. I think the gold ones in here are petite, but the ones that I worked with, this is the kicker. See, this is a regular beads orange, and the black ones, it's actually dark green, like a forest green. They're so tiny. And there was no way I could sew them on without with that DMC. If any of you guys did this Mill Hill beads, let me know in the comments how that if you were able to put through that tiny beading needle. I think I have this beading needle. The ear of it is so small. I just keep it in this bag. Like, this needle is so small that not even the needle threader, like with the little wire, would go through that. So I don't know, I couldn't do it. So the next WIP is the last WIP. It's called the Happy Town. It's right here, what it will look like when it's done. This is where I was before, and this is my chart. It's available on exclusively to my Etsy shop. And I did work on this roof right here, added lines here, worked in the grass, and a little bit in the crafts fabric store. This is what it looks like. I'm stitching this on 14 count Ada, and let me give you the statistics. So the stitch count of this is 209 stitches by 74 stitches. It has 22 DMC colors. This is the colors that I'm using. The Happy Town is available in my Etsy shop, and all my cross stitch charts are currently on sale for 25% off. Let's move on to my last work in progress, and this is a crochet project. So I'm kind of crocheting the granny squares in here. As I go, I count them, and then because I want to keep track, and I'm gonna show you this. This is the yarn that I'm using. I bought this on clearance at Walmart like a few years ago, because I just wanted like try crocheting. I wasn't sure if I'm gonna continue with it or just abandon it. So that's why I didn't want to invest in too much. So this is gonna be like Afghan for the couch, and I already crocheted 43 squares total. This is some of the squares I previously crocheted, and this week I crocheted in 2 weeks. I crocheted actually 27 squares. So it's variegated. I have not blocked it yet, but they will look a lot nicer when it's blocked. And I like it. the variegated yarn because you can just you know, keep on going and you have all these different colors. And I am using the 5.5 millimeter hook, and that seems like this is what they recommend on the yarn package. And this is just so mindless. And when I'm so tired, I can just crochet. And this is all for my Flosstube. Next, I'm gonna put on some nature. So there were some hummingbirds that we saw, and I videotaped them for a while. There was a lot this time. I think in my previous video there was only like one, but this time there were so many hummingbirds. So if you want to see just the hummingbirds, you can just click in the description box below and click on but the timestamps. It will say where is it will say like hummingbirds for the hummingbirds or for other things. And I want to thank all of you who supported me by purchasing a bag, a chart, or just by liking and subscribing. Mother's Day flowers. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!